experience prevailed. Wade was the perfect Robin to LeBron's Batman, averaging 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in a 4-1 series win. Next year, the Heat reached their full potential, adding Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis to stretch the floor, and moving Chris Bosh to the center position permanently. Miami won a franchise record 66 games, including 27 games in a row. Even though the Pacers gave them a lot of trouble in the conference finals, Miami won the series in 7 and made a third consecutive trip to the NBA Finals. But despite being favorites, the Heat were once again on the brink of elimination. They were losing 3-2 in the series and were trailing by double digits in the fourth quarter of Game 6. The NBA staff had already started preparing for the Spurs celebration, but LeBron brought the Heat within distance, and Ray Allen's 3 in the final seconds tied the game in what was arguably the biggest shot in NBA history. The Heat prevailed in overtime and won Game 6, and then did the same in Game 7. Even though he had clearly lost half a step, and we could see a decline in his athleticism, Wade still averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the finals. However, in 2014, despite losing just 3 playoff games on the way to the finals, the Spurs were just too good, and they defeated the Heat in 5 and won the NBA title. Even though LeBron played the best and most efficient ball of his career, Wade struggled mightily, averaging just 15 points in the finals. Final years. After the loss in the 2014 finals, LeBron decided to ditch the aging Wade and go home to Cleveland. Without James in the lineup, Wade was still good enough to make the All-Star team, but he and Bosh weren't healthy enough to make a significant push in the playoffs. In 2016, Wade was a free agent, and he stopped talking to Heat president Pat Riley over a contract dispute. Wade bolted for Chicago to play for his hometown Bulls, where he averaged 18 points per game at the age of 35. Next season, he joined LeBron in Cleveland, but the Cavs had horrible chemistry and defensive issues throughout the season. In a mid-season trade that saw half of the Cavs roster traded away, Wade was given the opportunity to return home. He played the last season and a half in Miami and finished his career in front of his fans in Wade County. Legacy. There are only 2 shooting guards in NBA history who had better careers than D-Wade, and they are named Kobe and Michael. Wade shares a lot of similarities with Brian and Jordan, namely his clutch gene and desire to win at all costs, no matter if he's healthy or hurt. Wade was a pit bull defensively, and he was excellent on the ball and as a help-side defender. Dwayne is the best shot blocker in NBA history for players listed at 6'4" or lower, and amongst guards, only Jordan has more career blocks than Wade. Offensively, there was probably no one in NBA history who was better at splitting the pick and roll than him. Kobe even said that Wade was the hardest player he ever had to guard in the screen and roll because he would just explode and disappear, true to his nickname, Flash. Wade's other unique superpower was baiting opponents into fouls with his pump fakes. Even though he wasn't a good three-point shooter, Wade was deadly in the mid-range. When he faked a shot, it looked almost exactly the same as when he actually did shoot, and there wasn't anybody in the NBA who wasn't fooled by Wade's trickery. We'll remember